Hey guys, welcome to another video. Now, I'm in 7 Days to Die today. It's a very popular survival game by the Fun Pimps. You probably know it if you're interested in the survival scene. I've got a game running as well, been playing it since the beginning. I've got a lot of experience. And so what I thought I would do is put together a looting guide. And this one is really about approaching a new town, a new city, figuring out where the best loot is, what I'm going to loot, and where I can get the materials for improving my defences back at the base. So, let's have a look at my looting guide to 7 Days to Die. The first thing you're going to need, really, unless the city is very close to you, is a vehicle. I've got my mini bike here. It gets you there, and also with the mini bike you've got storage, or with the larger bike, or with the truck. It means you can loot more, stash more, and bring more back to your base. But the first thing I do with my vehicle is I drive around the city. Now this serves a number of purposes. I'm mapping it out. You can see this is pretty new. This looks like a big city. Unfortunately we're in a cold zone, which isn't the best zone to loot there. A bit more difficult. And I will get a plan of that city, and I'm looking out for a number of key things. Keep an eye out for bears and wolves and stuff like that, but like that one there. But I'm also looking out for key structures. So these are the ones with the glowing signs often, and they are feature buildings, original buildings, and you can see one just popped up there. Parson Gas, and then another one over here. This one is the Cracker Book, and this one is right up there on my list of priorities. But I'm also looking for materials. Now, especially if you're not quite producing enough back at the base, I'm looking for cement, I'm looking for cobblestones. So, houses under construction. You can see here we've got big mounds with cement and cobblestones. Now you can see here this is Shamway food. Now for me this is not one of the areas that I'm going to loot. I can generally grow enough food back at base or do enough hunting, and that gets me enough of what I need. So I tend to avoid Shamways. Now as I drive around I'm also looking for buildings that are barricaded. They're often protecting really good loot. And it may be that it's part of a structure that's barricaded. It's got some barbed wire up around one of the walls or some sandbags. And I will often head into those, and there's usually ammo or particular items up there which are really handy. So keep an eye out for that. And it kind of leads into a narrative. It may be that there are a couple of rooms that they've barricaded, and inside we've got some better loot. Yeah, now that is a massive building. A shotgun missile. I'll be back to that one. Going to pick up some ammo. Obviously, in game, if you want to make ammo, you've got to gather together a number of different materials to be able to do that, and that can be quite tricky, especially early into mid game. What we're looking for is a quick fix when it comes to ammo, getting enough together for that 7th day. Now, there's another thing I'm looking for as well. I am looking for Trader Joe's. We'll talk more about Trader Joe's later, but they play a pivotal role in equipping yourself with the things that you really need. Finding specific items can take time. Like crucibles, for example, it's a particularly hard one to get hold of that updates your forges to allow you to create steel, which again is required for the higher end structures. So really that is the 4 things that I'm looking for when I head into a city, as well as military bases. They're good to loot as well, so I'm looking for that, but they can be quite dangerous to loot because of all the mines that you generally find have been laid down around the building. So sometimes it's not worth the risk. So those are the 5 main things. Feature buildings, like the Shotgun Messiahs and the Cracker Book. Materials, structures that are in the process of being built. You'll find stacks of cement and cobblestones. Barracks or barricaded structures. And Trader Joe's. Okay, so something that's easily overlooked is the mailbox. These are really good for books and schematics. So you can see here, Spear Hunter Volume 6. But these little mailboxes out front can throw out these surprises, and it's all about getting schematics and books so you can learn new skills and level up your character. A relatively new structure to game is this kind of greenhouse type converted house that you could think, it's just nothing, normal house, nothing special about this place. Well, if you go up into it, you can see they've set up like a greenhouse. Don't usually come in this way. And you can basically get yourself some food, some plants. Now that's quite key early in the game, because you want to be able to grow your own plots so you can build better food. And you can see down there's a whole range of things that you can loot. There's corn, there's yuccas, I think there's potato seeds in there through that way, and also resources. So you've got cement in here, which is really handy to gather up. So this is a really good building to loot. Another prime little location I'm always keeping an eye out for is the dump and lug coal mining. Now, I'm not going to go into that main building for the moment. What I'm after is the little underground section. There's a little hidden passageway. So I'm going to go in here, squeeze in there, and then down this ladder. And in here, we've got a little room. Close that door, and to the right, we've got this section here. And this is really cool. It's easy loot. Break open this box here. We've got a untouched, open, reinforced chest, which that is pretty awesome loot. Get rid of some of this stuff. I'm always scrapping as well as I go along to reduce stuff down. So you've got some gold and some silver. Let's take these. And then we've got some ammo at the back here. And we're going to scrap those. And then even better, we've got a little secret spot underneath here. There is another crate here. And another crate there. Another tip that I like to use in game is going straight for the second level or the top of the building rather than wading through the ground floor. I will just aim for one of the top winners, and that is because the better loot does tend to be on the higher levels. You can see this takes you straight in here. So in the police station there is one room here which is heavily boarded up, and I know just for a fact that in here we have a munitions box and a military zombie. So I'm ready for the military zombie. Now these take a bit longer to loot, these boxes, so just be aware of that. And you see, ammo, very nice. And they've also got these war racks now as well, which is good. Another great place to loot is Am I Gone Funeral. The funeral home looks a bit like a church, it's got crosses and all that lot. But what we're really after here are the coffins. Now, there's a good chance we're going to find some ammo. There you go. Some shotgun shells. More there. materials to make ammo. And then there's a couple down there. We're not going to bother going in there, but that's another one to look out for. Anywhere, churches where you can find coffins is good. And don't forget, up on the signs, you can search those as well. Great place. And the tower itself, the room up there, is also really good for loot.
Trader Joel's is now open.
So, although finding Trader Joe's is not strictly speaking looting, because you're buying items from the man himself at his little counter, you go in and there he is. Now you can, and you check his inventory. Now in his inventory, there are lots of really good items you get your hands on, and they randomly spawn in each time. And then whenever you find a new Trader Joe's, there'll be a whole new selection of stuff to buy.
I'm gonna have to ask you.
So if you're looking for something really unique, then that is a great place to go and try and find it. But also, there's a safe behind his counter, and it does depend on which Trader Joe's you're going to. Generally, they have areas where you can loot up. Now, one of the great places here is you can find ammo boxes. There's an ammo box here. I've actually looted it. And then there's another one on the other side, up there I believe, or over that way. They're really good. They always have great looting, great ammo. So although we're buying, you can actually loot Trader Joe's, although you can't actually destroy anything while you're in there. Great place to stop at. Right, so that's the guide to looting in 7 Days to Die. I hope you found it useful. If you've got any questions, add them in down below. If you haven't subbed already, it'd be awesome if you could. Okay guys, I will see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.